kono koni sekeni toko Bone soni ke yekedoni yepo Apebeteni yakobe soni Wiyanise nitono yeni sonini
People of Kono, we greet you with sorrow. The ground is taking your children, and hearts are heavy. We lift our voices in mourning. We sends our condolence. We share your pain.
Kono cries again, oh Lord. Rich in gold, but safety poor. Hungry hearts once done with faith. Now we mourn and call their names. We sends our condolence today to the people of Kono. We kneel and pray.
Kono cries again, oh Lord. The earth is taking its children home. At Koidu Holdings, hope has died. 1,000 workers were cast aside. They dug for diamonds night and day, but hunger came when jobs were taken away. Their wives now march, their children plead. Their voices rise for daily need. They built this land with sweat and pain, yet find themselves in loss again.
Two young men climbed the fence one night, searching for food in the pale moonlight. They only wanted a chance to survive, but the bullet spoke and they lost their lives. Kono cries again, oh Lord.
Diamonds shine, but hearts are sore.
Rich in stone but poor in grace.
Tears keep falling on Kono's face.
We sends our condolence today
To the people of Kono, we kneel and pray. God of justice, hear our call. Lift this land from its painful fall. When the dust is gone and dawn appears, may hope be stronger than our fears.
Kono cries again. Kono cries again. But tomorrow we believe a new day will come. Kono koni sekeni toko Bone soni ke yekedoni yepo Apebeteni yakobe soni Wiyanise nitono yeni sonini
People of Kono, we greet you with sorrow. The ground is taking your children, and hearts are heavy. We lift our voices in mourning. We are sends our condolence. We share your pain.
Kono cries again, oh Lord. Rich in gold but safety poor. Hungry hearts once done with faith. Now we mourn and call their names. We are sends our condolence today to the people of Kono. We kneel and pray.
Kono cries again, oh Lord. The earth is taking its children home. At Koidu Holdings, hope has died. 1,000 workers were cast aside. They dug for diamonds night and day, but hunger came when jobs were taken away. Their wives now march, their children plead. Their voices rise for daily need. They built this land with sweat and pain, yet find themselves in loss again.
Two young men climbed the fence one night, searching for food in the pale moonlight. They only wanted a chance to survive, but the bullets spoke and they lost their lives. Kono cries again, oh Lord.
Diamonds shine, but hearts are sore.
Rich in stone but poor in grace.
Tears keep falling on Kono's face.
We are sends our condolence today
To the people of Kono, we kneel and pray. God of justice, hear our call. Lift this land from its painful fall. When the dust is gone and dawn appears, may hope be stronger than our fears.
Kono cries again. Kono cries again. But tomorrow we believe a new day will come. Kono koni sekeni toko born soni ke yekedoni yepo apebeteni yakobe soni we are nisani tono yeni soni ni.
People of Kono, we greet you with sorrow. The ground is taking your children, and hearts are heavy. We lift our voices in mourning. We are sends our condolence. We share your pain.
Kono cries again, oh Lord. Rich in gold but safety poor. Hungry hearts once done with faith. Now we mourn and call their names. We are sends our condolence today to the people of Kono. We kneel and pray.
Kono cries again, oh Lord. The earth is taking its children home. at Koidu Holdings, hope has died. 1,000 workers were cast aside. They dug for diamonds night and day, but hunger came when jobs were taken away. Their wives now march, their children plead, their voices rise for daily need.
Alright, morning. I'm not going to even say good morning, but rather I will say morning to the people of Kono. Yes, the people of Kono. You know, this 2025, not a one kind good year for the people of Kono and Sierra Leone generally. People of Kono particularly and Sierra Leone generally. Not a one good year this at all for the people of Kono and Sierra Leone. You know, it's just too sad. It's just too sad waiting and waiting with the sea, waiting with the yeri, and waiting they go on inside our own country.
Kono koni sekeni toko Bone soni ke yekedoni yepo Apebeteni yakobe soni We are nisani tono.
So we actually take with him for send we not confirm yet, but also you get like 100 people them where they say trap under the ground. And guess what? You know, this just make a member the matome, the how do you call them, the IMAT issue. You know, we poor as a nation, we not get anything we will use for search and rescue. Nothing we not get. Well, inside Freetown, it's difficult. I can remember 2015 more slide. You know, we get a situation, usai, you know, person they under the ground, they make phone call, they tell people and say, if they under the ground, it trap. And then at some point after, you know, kind of communication, the phone go off. That's not the end. And then you get outside and get the heavy motokadem where they go dig. They ace and they ace with body. We not get waiting it take. Even the first world, yeah, or the Western world, as we could say, outside you get all of them things, and it can be very, very difficult. Now we don't talk about 100. I remember one year where recently one of the young boys them where they adopt, you know, be lost in life. I think that be UK. Usai then be do search for 8 young picking them. Please forgive me if I not able to tell you the country name because I actually not take them off. I just try for remember certain things them. You know, then search for them and they're able to rescue them. Now a cave. But this one now mining pit. Usai then say the pit collapse, the mine collapse. And then in the beginning we will talk about 15. And then as time they go, yesterday, where they talk about 100, we trap. And then all we can see now, the same miner them, they go with them ordinary pickaxe, ordinary shovel for waiting, for see how best they can help for rescue then company them. Government not able for do anything at this particular point. Nothing. We get what we call disaster management, office of national security. All of this then they. But from the video you see now, you really see the pits. Yes, the one now abandoned pit. In other words, pit where they be all used and then they're not they use them again. People and they use this one for go and fend their own living. But this sad thing happened. So the question is, how many people we go able for rescue? Papa God, now in their life. Papa God, now he know who that will end the life, and he know who that go live. But almost go live. We really sure say na 100? We get proper record of them? Oh no. This all happened. Like yesterday I been talk. We know they try for put and so, but it kind of political. Because before this time, people have been going at their minds there, but they not been get this. But now you get young people that were desperate. They go now for fend their living. 1,000 of them, they lay them off. Waiting cause them, we all know the story to that. We all know the story. Now everybody desperate. Everybody they go for your living. Recently, we hear again where we see Kamon Kaba post something, say, he go tell Osh. So the family of 2 young men them where they go for go fend food. As they try for go over the fence, then shoot them. They lost their life. The same corner. 1,000 people they lost their job, 2 people and die, down 100. The same corner, 2025, just this 2025 alone. Not a good time for people in Nakono. And not a good time for people in Sierra Leone. Because one nation or one area, one person, not everybody in concern. See what's in the young people in the show. Then the video that they show waiting, then they try for do. All waiting they get na pickaxe and shovel, the normal things where they use for go and dig again for fend their living. Now nobody gets for go do search and rescue. And then they get torchlight and they aid. Nice, then try, then they put the effort. But the question is, look the road. Look who's side they right now. Look who's side they right down the pit. Then the road don't block. What thing will happen? Then sabi, then get the sabi. Well, like I say, it can be say the one them where they under. Sometimes the south side and the south side collapse. Now just road block. So if they try, maybe they get able to reach to them. But the one when are the biggest company now, where they been getting a corner, when a Koido holdings, where for don't say, then for don't use them machine them for go and dig that side in. They don't look right now. They're not the operate. They're willing for do this. Well, for the sake of humanity, I want to say yes. But the other question is, then the one that really operating things, then they tractor, they machine, they work right now. That's another question for another day. Anyway, let's just watch quickly. We get all ready for we inside the program. But let we just take with them and watch quick one. They paper them before we bring we guests inside. Or before, let's start, maybe let's just take this program a different way for today. Yeah, and maybe we can just go and, welcome we guests, inside the program this morning. Good morning, sir, and welcome to the show, Victor.
Good morning, Sir Pierre. Good morning, Sir Alinians. Good morning to all the listeners there.
Victor, I just want to take this program. I actually did look at the paper then, but I want to talk about this quickly before we go to the paper then. Because no paper not able to carry this story yet this morning from waiting, we don't see. Yeah, but I'll ask you this question. What do you think? I don't know. You follow, yes? You follow the issue where they talk about Nakono right now with regards to the mines, the abandoned mines?
Yes, I follow them, and I think they are really always as I can talk now institutional lapses. Reason why I say now institutional lapses, Sierra Leone will get very good laws then. Okay? What we don't have is the agencies that want to create will not give them enough resources, both financial and technical human resources. Remember, so they talk about human capital development too, for let them do it. Why did they mention this? We get an agency we call the National Minerals Agency, NMA, which was created by an act of parliament. That act in 2012. What's in their role? Now then they give license all mining activities. Now they regulate mining activities, and then they look at things to do with geological surveys, and they look at issues to do with the environment, and then get for liaise with the district. So let's take this case study as if they say now disused mine, right? And then they give license. One of the first things where I think say they renege on the duty. If we assume say the people that will be in the mine yonder, they get a license for mine, right? If they get license for mine, if it's an abandoned pit, the license we then give them for clearly state say, where in a don't that mine they no longer in existence, and I get for put them in the site in a condition where no will cause threat to the environment or affect movement of other people them, or even be an attraction for illegal mining. So that's not the position. The other one they were trap, now then young man they were in artisanal mining. That one and then a public education and all that and cooperation and monitoring, because the National Minerals Agency now they get responsibility for monitoring the whole area. And the act give them, they get for liaise with the district. Because that's where we come to this issue of local government responsibility and protecting the environment. We get several agencies, apart from National Mines Agency, we get EPA, Environmental Protection Agency, right? Then they're under a ministry. You see, we create ministries, we create agencies, we not get strategies for implement the laws who they pass in parliament. And even parliament self, I will blame them. Because they get oversight committees. Then for they call the agencies here for ask them how then they fulfill their mandate. Because even every year, these agencies then they submit budgets to parliament. You get pre-budget scrutiny committee. When the MPs then they examine them, they get for examine their role in accordance with the law and the mandates we then give them for justify the money we then they ask for and do priority. And that is our problem.
Right. Continue for the week. Yesterday night we discussed this same issue, about these mines and other things then. And yes, we talk about this one, say, laws then they. And then you get, people that were supposed for the monitor, we're supposed for the speak. Because, for example, I can remember, say, at one point, I don't know if it became to law, but they push, say, if a particular company don't mind on like an area like that, then for left it be safe. It will be environmental friendly at the end of the day. Therefore, transform them from that mining, abandoned mining sites to something where the people were able for the use and get back, some kind of revenue at the end of the day. For example, then they push for like what they call the fish farm, the fish pond. Now some of them pits and they outside then they dig outside and they mine and left at the end of the day. But I don't know. I'm still not too sure. You think say them people are with the mine. Apart from the monetary, but then they respect the agreement after we they don't mind on?
Now look at two ways.
Okay.
Yeah. The first thing, before you go into any economic activity, mining a one, we get impact on the environment. You get forget what you get, what they call EIA, Environmental Impact Assessment Certificate. Then on the EPA. So you get for that get a environmental impact. So then I go describe your activities them, what you get for do, whether it get adverse effect on the environment. If you get an adverse effect, then you forget safeguards. So part of your application we they do for your license to the National Minerals Agency, now forget that environmental impact assessment certificate. So when you go for your license, when they grant you license, the license is conditional on waiting then at that environmental impact assessment certificate, which means the license for clearly states say, one, during mining, you get for protect the environment, so you don't get adverse effect on the environment and the community. Now make sure the National Minerals Agency also get inspector them for they do regular inspector. If for they, as part of the agreement, how they're going to do periodic inspection for she said there's adherence to waiting and give. So then at the other side. Then also the agreement also could definitely state, say, on completion of the mine, because you get license for that mining, you get to inform the National Minerals Agency, say, well, we are no longer mining in this area. Then they go inspect the mine, inspect the area and make sure, say, you don't do all this, the safeguards them and protection and environmental things them before now they go sign you off. When me say you not get responsibility. But if that is not done, right? We're in a country of law. Then people are them poor. But we get a lawyer them. They can now sue the National Minerals Agency and enjoin the people that are in the mine for damages, right? Because one, the people that were in the mine not put them back and adhere to the license. Two, the National Minerals Agency not do their work in terms of monitoring and protection of the environment and the community, which is part of the act. It is there. So that is the situation. Because whenever this thing happen, poor people like they happen to. So all they will learn, they will get, even like law society. We come, they say they want to protect individually. These are some cases where they take pro bono, right? For tests. Because they are there to protect the environment, protect individuals, and the law.
Okay, so you just talk about how the people are poor. Maybe I will ask you this and let you clear my own mind into that, and maybe I get my own mindset to that. Recently, they lay off 1,000, workers them and more. 1,000 workers them direct on the mines, and other people will benefit. They benefit them courts due to the do all these. They stop with and stop for operates inside Kono. You think that this gets any a link to what they happen so right now?
There is a likelihood because look at this way. The people that they mine at Kono, you get industrial mining, where something do all things, then get license for doing industrial mining. We always don't get artisanal miners then. When are people the way they go find a living, you understand, who are not employed by any company. That has always been the case. So it is likely that the people that we've been there, they work permanently employed for this company, we've been working at that site, they know the site. Because if they abandon mine, they will go there, because they may know they work there, they will not say, something better there. So in terms of maintaining the living and which they no use, there's a probability that now the more it go attract for go mine at that disused site there, because they know the place. They know, and they no longer get work for do. I mean, somebody when a new person not go get that experience for say, la go prospect for mine. These are people that were already there, either employed by a big company where get license, or they've been doing around the area artisanal mining, because that's what they've been doing all the time. Remember the days there will be no but Kono, we know but we hear what they talk about Sansan boy them. Then Sansan boy, they get a champagne, they get shovel, where they go use for. This has always been the case in Kono. So that is the case. So there's a strong possibility that some of these people who have been working legally employed, now they have nothing to do, and now the only thing that they know for do, they will go back and involve in uncontrolled and illegal mining.
You don't talk about the different agencies them, the different offices them. Like inside the country, we get a lot of offices them. In fact, some of them they even get duplicated work them. The same work with this person for where this office for doing and this one they do. You think so with this kind of thing now, if for be like a warning, like for puts the government on in toes, for see waiting them for do, for make sure that they monitor, them mining in company there, so for prevent such kind of thing from happening, or in the case of education, for example, for the people of their mining areas there, not only Kono, but generally any south side and they do mines.
It's all over the country. Number one. Let me give you an example. Then the mine and some of them lakes them, when a natural habitat. Right? I remember we talk about Lake Somfo in some other areas. Now, if they place them in a natural habitat, in a place where you get flora and fauna, which I mean by flora and fauna, we get plant and then thing and day. Now protected area, we get agents where they call the National Protected Area Authority, NPA. Yeah. And then for safeguarding natural habitat here, and monitor them, they say people are not do illegal things in there. That's one agency. You also get the Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, as well. Right? They self-get responsibility. Then you get the overall ministry. I think they call them Ministry of Environment and Climate Change. Go get them, big name them. Because then they supervise all there and there. Then you get the National Mining Agency, or Minerals Agency. Now look at the thing. The National Mineral Agency, then they under the Ministry of Mines. Right? And then parent ministry. The EPA, then they under Ministry of the Environment and Climate Change. NPAA, not the same. So first, you get at the strategic level, the collaboration between the ministries then, because I then get the overall mandate. The ministry there for policy, the agencies then there for implementation. So how do the ministries coordinate when it comes to overlapping functions or prioritization? Because they all produce strategic plan. Even when they do their strategic plan, they get for layers. And whatever happen, you go see say government is say, okay, we'll get interministerial committee, they'll get technical committee. You understand? So how do they work? And you know, say also the ministry, then they compete for funds from government. And even the minister then said, and they seek attention of the president, who then are the blue-eyed boy and everything. So you get that ministerial rivalry, that personal thing, then they, now all that they cause the problem. We cannot deny that. Even the agencies them. So agencies then they will get far more funding than others. You know? So you have to look at the budget where they give, and even the allocation of funds, not just the budget where you approve them, how they allocate funds. Because if you don't do mining inspection, you can forget enough funds for the deployed people and for the go on a regular basis. You understand? Bearing in mind the irony of it all, the National Minerals Agency, their headquarters in Freetown. Although them for suppose forget places and different. More likely go say, now people from Freetown, now they go they send for go upline or go to the province system for go do their monitoring. You get to think about logistics. You get to think about the transport. You get to think about things to do with the welfare, where they need the accommodation. Some of these places are remote. So these are the problems, the challenges. You get the people them, but how do you fund the logistics and the management and enforcement part? We lost them, they're very good. We're too weak on enforcement, and it's in every area, including the recent trend of the Kush, including coming November again, we can't remember that disaster will be happening in Wellington. All them things and their agencies and they. So this is our problem.
All right, welcome to the show. You still watch. I'm sorry about that, Victor. Just the time. I still want to continue this conversation. If that be the case, I want for Larry get Karamokaba. You know, yesterday we did talk, and then we say one of the few people, and I might be wrong. One of the few people where we can see the speak on issues then we get to do with Kono, especially the last time we hear about, you know, 2 people away die again, Nara Kono area as a result of shooting and other things then. So the person where don't they talk, and yesterday we search in page and see say okay, instead of not talk it, and a lot of people are not talking on this particular issue. And then we inside the program this morning. Name Nakara Mokaba. Good morning, welcome to the show.
Yeah, thank you very much for having me.
Okay, Karamokaba, you know, first of all, let me just get your view. What do you think about this, you know, abandoned mine where then say collapse, and now we talk about 100 people where they allegedly trapped under this particular, you know, under this particular mines?
First of all, Maka expressed my deepest condolences on behalf of the district and the stakeholders there of Kono. So the people where they don't fall victims or casualties there where they don't die in a damn place here. So so this gold how do you call themselves gold mining site. Lion gold mining site, or gold lion mining site. Yeah, my deepest condolences to the friends and families, to the bereaved families. This is very, very unfortunate. For me, my take on this, there is a lot of negligence. We don't affect we people in Akono district. We don't deserve this. The minerals in Kono, it shouldn't be a cause that has become so obvious now. Every now and then, we're not very good. We're not very funding they come in. All we hear now is disaster. It's really heartrending, it's saddening, it's unfortunate. And from the time they stop Kwedu Holdings for mine, where 1,000 mostly young people they out of job. Most of them people they migrate now this Lion Gold mining site. And Lion Gold mining site, not to say na artisanal, not to illegal mining, not to artisanal mining. Na either small scale or large scale mining that is supposed to be monitored by the NMA, National Mining Agency, and the Ministry of Mines and the government. So if for any reason that mine they close or there is a mine closure, government supposed to take immediate action for protect that place there in terms of safety. And I believe say in the Mines and Minerals Act, there is funding for mine closure. This is a funding that's supposed to go into escrow account of every mining company agreement, where for any reason the mine close, they are obliged to take safety measures and for land recovery, safety measures, etc., etc. If this Lion Gold mining don't close and then left a pit, because usually artisanal mining, a small pit that they can do, they fit 100 people there, they fit 200 people there, they fit 300 people there. Now, individual small boreholes that they can dig. But if you don't open pit this big and you left her unattended, that has the capacity for accommodate hundreds of people fighting for their living in India, doing illicit mining that is not structured, doing illicit mining that is not guided by any rules or any safety measures, then which means you, through negligence, you don't open the people to the disaster where we see so today. May their soul rest in peace. So my take on it, it's a lot to do with negligence from the gold mining, from the mining operators, from the agency, and from the government.
Okay. So let I just ask you this question. You get any latest updates as to what in the happen right now that area day? Because just yesterday in the evening, now we understand say now 109 trap on that day. So you get any updates as to whether they're able for rescue anybody, whether government's not able for send team there for able for rescue them people in there or not?
Well, unfortunately, even the mining company we've been there, I don't know if their equipment are standing by for make them help with rescue. But I'm not seeing anything, no constructive rescue efforts they go on. Imagine if Kwedu Holdings not being closed, if there are other mining companies, they're not being closed due to government issues also. I think maybe they have enough equipment where they need for mobilize and then place them there, for make them go help their sister companies there in terms of protecting the people. But as it is right now, there is no equipment, nothing. There is nothing going on where you could be say they get the kind equipment and they wait for help with this kind of stuff. You see, so and they are talking about 100 people trapped in there. This is what we hear now. We don't get much updated. But for me, the amount of people, the amount of jobless young people that were mobilized in Adakumaro in search of that illegal gold mining, now Lion gold mining site. Remember, this is not just gold mining. Now Lion gold mining site. If now ordinary gold mining, there is no way 200-300 people will go trap into a pit, because artisanal miners in the gold mining area, they do small pits. Now one person at a time. If somebody get for be trapped, they say maybe 1 or 2 people, God forbid, but we not even get them case then day. We have this disaster happening in a structured lion mining, former lion, abandoned lion mining site in Kono district. Why Kono? Why the negligence? Why the death of people? Even in Kwedu Holdings, abandoned Kwedu Holdings site, the securities, through negligence, people are still entering India, and would they get them death then where would they report every now and then? And look at the amount, the toll, 100. And we they even suspect that there are more. Because right now we get families together, Lord begin understand the family members them. We them probably go down there another place there. As I speak right now, even my own nephew, from where this tea apple unosia 8, my nephew, where himself probably even the work now Kwedu Holdings, and we not see him for like few days. From where this thing happen, not see it.
Una hopeful. Una hopeful that una will get rescue at all from them people in there.
Yeah, they were this na large, na big mining company, na abandoned mining company. This not to community arrangement. This not to community process. This na big rock then don't cover the place. It need the same company we abandon that place there. If their equipment, which I know probably their equipment are not available on the site. So no company, no active company not there right now. Let us say if Nakwedu is being active right now, we've been for appeal, the community before appeal to their conscience for make them mobilize equipment in that place there.
Okay.
May Asepsep not active, Boroma not active. So this is a big disaster for the community.
Okay.
And I don't see.
The other day, you've been post na your Facebook page about 2 young people. Let's just go to your page again. 2 young people where actually they end up for lost their life in that area. Let's just read this one quickly. He said, "I am deeply saddened. I am a deeply saddened man today. We raised alarms about the Kwedu Limited saga, but our warning fell on deaf ears. Now I had to attend the funerals of 2 young people, likely former income earners at Kwedu Limited, whose lives were cut short in their pursuit of survival. Their parents described them as fallen warriors, young souls who scaled the Kwedu Limited fence, scavenging for anything they could sustain their families. Tragically, they were not protected by, let's just see quickly, by the security operatives deployed to protect lives and property within the concession." Take me through this one quickly before I bring Victor again within the Zoom line. What thing they really happen? We end up for lost 2 people as they show people in the picture now.
But this time they also another abandoned mining site. Through the activities of government or inaction of government, we all know the story. First Lady Kanaya agitated and did other things. A whole mining way, they employ over 1,500 people, including foreign expatriates. It closed down. We have over 1,000 young people, no jobs. And now the security not able to protect, the security apparatus apparently not able to protect that site, the abandoned site. And still, young people and the scale defense, especially young people where they understand the terrain, they know the map of the mining site, then the scale defense, then they go take risk with their lives. So 2 of them died. These are the kind of things we are doing now. We are busy as stakeholders going from community to community on these kind of disasters. So look at now 100 people. Where do you go? Which family do you go to? You see, so this is the same situation. Abandoned mining sites, properly not secured, and the mine closure funds are not kicking in on time for protect the people, and the people are jobless. Now joblessness now, then they Kono Mayor is not working, Buruma is not working. This lion mining Lion mining is not working. Kwedu Holdings is not working. All through government inaction, government negligence, bad deals. People are not, mine operatives are not satisfied with arrangements. So these places are left abandoned. And when they are left abandoned and the people then get for continue for find a living, they are finding shortcuts to continue to live.
So let me turn the mic again, or the camera back to now. You na stakeholder na kono, a lot of stakeholders in the na kono, including the chiefs them. You get people that will just care about their survival. And then they ask, when they ask a question yesterday, wetin una dey do, because you just don't begin tell we say some of them mines there, so they just don't left them, they abandon them. And Victor and I have been done to tell you about the role where the Environmental Protection Agency get, the Ministry of Environment and other people and get for make sure say them protect the people them and make sure say them talk with them coming in there, so for see how best they can able for make sure say then site there so where they don't work it be environmental friendly. As a stakeholder na kono, wetin una dey do now, because this no will continue for the happen. Wetin una go do for make sure say una protect the people them, even if the government no one for do that.
But what do we do? Because the promise is that they don't deploy, as far as Kwedu Holdings is concerned, they say they don't deploy police day, they don't deploy military day. But according to what we are knowing, what we know now is that these same security apparatus, plenty of them, they don't fall victims in that place there. Some of them have been arrested, who are facilitating the entrance of those desperate, hungry young people into those places. So now, what do you do as a stakeholder? What do you do as a citizen? The police that we depend on to protect lives and properties, the military, they are all deployed, and they are sometimes facilitating the entrance of young people at the same places. They loot, they go under for go pull gravel. Sometimes they for don't pande. Then they arrest some they shoot on sight. So what do you do? So which means there is incapacity. The security sector is not capable enough. You see, and they don't stop the mining companies from doing what they used to do. When they are mining, they have their own security that will protect their places. But now you don't stop them, and you cannot protect the place. And you don't know even how to handle the situation for make them rock, then they not the broke, make them not the fall. And the same thing in the happen na lion gold mining site, gold lion mining site. So what do? This is not a stakeholder. All we can do is what we are doing now, speaking to the authorities, speaking to the conscience of the international community, speaking to the conscience of people who are supposed to take responsibility of this kind of stuff where they go on now. Because we don't have standing military, we don't have standing police to protect our people. We depend on government for that.
Okay.
And we are seeing a lot of negligence from government.
All right.
We are seeing accomplices in the police that are aiding this kind of stuff.
Okay.
We are seeing the negligence of the mining agency. We are seeing the negligence of the ministry. We are seeing the negligence of big people coming over here, instigating demonstration and protestation and stopping the livelihood of over thousands of our people. We are seeing all of that. This is when the government go rogue. This government
continue further
with our people.
Continue further with we. Last time over to you, Victor. You don't listen to Karamo Kaba. What do you take?
Okay, let's take this particular case in point because I don't do my research. You understand? Karamo Kaba talk about mine closure plan because this is part of the agreement within the GI where you get mining license, right? And as far back as November 2023, the Environmental Protection Agency and the chiefdom authorities them and the Gold Lion, then we get a meeting, a stakeholder meeting at Pompe Nimikoro chiefdom. 2023, November 2023, almost 2 years ago, when I know Sidom for talk about this plan, how for implement the mine closure plan. And that mine closure plan, they look at everything for deal with illegal mining collapse, things to do with people that where they can encroach on that place and for restore the thing. Also, another thing, when you check district council, where we have this disconnect, because if you look at their resources and that the district get up. When government they sign agreement with their mining company, they never get input from the district. And also the local government acts district them and chiefdom and local government for do annual development plan. So when they do annual development plan, environmental protection and environmental issue for be prominent within that. So now the local government sector forget the technical resources for do investigation and bring the issue here to fore. But if not the EPA, the Environmental Protection Agency, when I suppose for be like the referee, don't get two roles now as referee and player. So obviously things not go happen well. So that is the problem. When we get an issue, the other thing again, we see recently, when the president talk about mining and everything, one of the things we mentioned, he mentioned not this corner area, he mentioned Lunsa, how much money then they give for community protection or back to the community. So when they sign the agreement here, two things should be happening. They never look at setting aside, like we can say, some kind of funds for actually compensate for environmental degradation. Also, therefore, also make them contribute to having things like equipment and other things nearby, even if it's to the mines, for emergency and disaster response. That is where you get the disaster response agency for come and do all that thing. So they not for allow no mine for take place as part of the agreement, where one, you not get active involvement of the local authority, be it district or chiefdom. Two, you not get facilities for emergency response and rescue. Right. And also, whenever they get a mines closure plan, then as Kamo say, you forget extra money where the mining company they put aside in an extra account, for so that when they're done, that money could be used for put the site back into our day as part of the agreement under the mines closure plan. So now the way they sign agreement to them company, and most times government they get much money out of it, because the money the government they get, it is going to the consolidated fund. It is not going directly to anything for do with the mine. So whenever you have them problem here, they never go back to the consolidated fund. But and when you get down there now, you get a situation where the government priority na feed salon, na education, free quality education. So money no go there for students here. And the mining company them, they don't go, they don't left. What you get for do? Who do you get for take action against? That is the problem. So now the way they put with mining agreements together, the way institutions they involve, and what do they look at? Safeguards and emergency response. That's where the gap is.
All right. You know, now look at this thing, you know, we love so we give this program to corner people then, because this is not a very sad situation right now where we all the face, you know. One way or the other, we used to people them na corner, we don't go na corner, we see how people in Talek, we all our brothers and sisters them, you know, and this kind of sad situation don't happen. Victor, if you for send any message right now to the people of Kono, what think that could be?
First of all, I would like for sincerely say to the families them, extend my condolence to them, or say we're sorry for the loss. But also, the next message will be to the district council them, the local government leaders them, to say, in a for step up in a game. You understand? In terms of liaising with government, for let government give in the support according to in a mandate. But the last message, now for the politicians in Akono, you understand? Because we get people in a corner, name we tell. Everyone take national offices them. We get people that will be not involved in national offices. If I will get somebody in a corner, we be not be local government minister. Right?
Diana Konomani.
These people are there. They are failing their people. Because they get for come, say, okay, let's look at with people. And I make sure in another program one day while he talks, let's look at devolved government. Devolved government is very important. Because when we talk about devolved government, even the Kono district, the whole of Kono, they get for look at what's in the responsibility within the Local Government Act and how then they protect them people them. And also the money what they receive from mining is very small. It's very small. Right? And that money they again as they say, they go back to the consolidated revenue. So if they cannot people are not stand up firm, because they get the right. If you take other laws in terms of Land Act, for object to some of their activities in the area, government not go able, they go just get for negotiate with them. Because in the area, they get for protect them. So the Kono people, them, whilst we mourn with them, we sympathize with them. I mean, they need support. The leaders, they need support. And of course, let them get Kono people, they win intellectuals and technicians, engineers, let them come together for protect the environment for them people. That are the message we'll get for them.
All right, now going to Kamok about what you get for say with regard. Now, first of all, I think we sound for them begin first now for sympathize with you, self way join we inside the program for say, Osh, you know, for the kind of loss where we all don't get inside the country right now because we're not even sure of waiting to happen. It might be say God will say their life they're not going to end another side day. It might be saying I just dirty cut and cover the domot and then get one safe side outside and day. But the question now, how many equipment we get for go and bust back that ground day and open road where we go able for see them people and they once again. This is not the biggest question. They tell one be in power 2015. I just been make reference to the Motome, you know, IMAT, you know, Regent, you know, issue. It's like people be there under the ground, but because of the enough equipment not be there, a lot of people buried alive in that particular side where you know end up forget a lot of people where we mourn for till to this time. So what thing you want for say right now? So your family member, the immediate family member, because yourself now victim right now, you talk about you picking our so way you say how many days now and I'm not still from where this thing happen. What you want for say to them?
First of all, I start with my condolences and the grief because we are always saddened when they hear the happen. Close family members, anyhow you turn them, most of them, we are closely related. Kono, we are very small people. We are so closely related that anybody where you touch, you are touching. And if we have this one touch, all kind of arrangement here, because we are very, very closely related, you know. So, but the observation with Sierra Leone, until disaster happened, I tell you the most brilliant ideas there about how. And for some of you, where they look far into visionarily, for let we begin take action against things them, you sometimes are not in the authority to be able to do that. I would they talk about local council and local council authorities. The mining agreement, usually local council arrangement, they get very little for doing that. Even when we talk about the CDFA way in Pato, this is the Community Development Funds. Before, the Community Development Fund was 0.01%. But in fact, even increment where they don't do now to 1%, you know, they affect companies where they may not sign mining agreement them before that time. But what would that do? That is not enough for this kind of preventive action, for this kind of disaster intervention. Then the mining company, then they pay a lot of money to Environmental Protection Agency, the EP, you know, then they put that they go to communities, you know, they go to local government, you know, they go to children. Now, an escrow account, then call an account Act. They're not supposed to go to complicated funds. It's supposed to sit down somewhere waiting for mine closure, waiting for disaster intervention in terms of NTND. So if this money is not, somebody is money, somebody touching that money. So right now, what do we? There is no way we can. How do you imagine people will still live underground? But these funds, this mine closure, even we had no business getting to this. If this mine closure money before don't come into action from 20, when this thing don't happen, but they sat down, they to take action or not. No, these people have no authority. These people are not mining engineers. These people are not underground technical people. They wouldn't know. They will advocate for make them left the pit open so that then people then go get Lily and Natty. But that shouldn't be the government priority to protect the lives of the citizen. One citizen, one Konoman die is one Konoman death is one Konoman. So government is about which community they left the mining, so which community one man and people then get Lily and Natty they do. Then the people then leave it. Because if you can write, you have access to grab with the hill gold. You ask the people, they will say, so they will go the benefit. Where they don't open it, where it goes for protect underground mining and so forth and so on, where they get all of the equipment and for that. Then they don't remove all of the equipment. Then you expect for hundreds of people to visit a legal mining method, put down there, and then go get Rubble. Not to kill the killer. This is negligence. This is negligence to the last degree. And I'm very, very saddened. I'm very, very emotional. I'm sorry. But this is not correct. We shouldn't be going like this. We shouldn't be going like our minerals are not supposed to be crossed. Look at what is happening in Kaduli. Look at what is happening in Look at what is happening in Forum. Look at what is happening in the damn Lion gold mine inside. You know, that's where we get now. Why nobody pay attention to protect our? No, this is a saddening. It is so saddening. I'm sorry. I'm getting that emotional.
A good lay you pull waiting in your chest. At least that's going to help you as well for put you on form.
On more than 100 people under Rubbles as a stakeholder. What do you expect of me? You know, this is extreme negligence. This is negligence. This is neglect of our people. You know, we're not this way. Government not the tribe we. Government not the tribe we. I swear to God.
All right. Now, Victor, for wrap up, you don't hear you now from the one that way directly gets the pain at the chest. What you will end up with?
Well, I think so one of the things that we know they do now salon, and at the end they will say now, when entire happen, the people that way they talk, not always for grumble, we get for test some of their issues in the court. That makes so they get facilities them for, or they get provision for class action suits. Let them go in a court and go check. And I shall say, if I'm not mistaken, the present Chief Justice, I shall say get connection with Kono.
Kono man.
Now Kono man. Yeah?
Yes.
So now Kono man did it, na them picking himself. I shall say you get Kono lawyers there as well. Prominent Kono lawyers. You get people there. Yeah? So let them go to court and take action and let us see what happen. Because until that is done, a lot of these things going to happen. People then go die unnecessary. The laws we will get, we're not going to implement them. So I think it is time for action. And that action, the law use legal means. Because the government and the president, they can always say, we continue in the country of rule of law, we adhere to rule of law. So law will test and to the rule of law.
Okay,
so
thank you, Victor.
Yeah.
Well, maybe let's just send this back to you, Karamo. Karamo, you there, when you get problem, you know they think some kind of way, but other person could help you for think. You think say this is a good idea where una want for try?
Yes, but now who do we take to court? Yeah, the mining company, I'm sure they have a mine closure plan. The mining company was here, and now this disaster with any implementation of the mine closure plan. Who do we take to court? Now, let me give you one example. There was a case here in the street with Kwedu Holdings and citizens. They were a class action suit. They're going to court, they lost the case. They're going to Supreme Court, they lost the case. I think they're going to ECOWAS Court, they lost the case. Just because of this issue, where they between Kwedu Holdings and government for protect their own, in this case, they're going to give them people right for take that case back. Why not them that right? Why now, when in the mine closure in 1,000 people job, and now they tell them they're right to, why they give that? Why? So this, when the government very, very difficult. So the question is, if we want to a class action suit, and I believe according to our laws, it is very, very difficult to take. If the mining company may now want to excuse them paying mine closure fee to come, where is that? And there was a, I believe, said there was a meeting about mine closure. How it ended up, I think the committee, no, man, these communities, they are not technicians. These communities are not, they don't have equipment for this type of environment. So if government left them, the community, government is negligent. Now, if we want to have a class, who do we take to court?
Victor, I will send this again for wrap up. Who are there for taking a court?
Okay. If you want to take class action suits, you have to go back to the primary law. Who does sign agreement and who does give mining license? Because the person who give the mining license gets an obligation for fulfill. Yeah? Because the National Mines Act gives specific responsibility. Right? So you can test an accord. The EPA is an agency, environmental protection, because then they go give the mining company license after they don't do an environmental impact assessment. So test that they impossible. Now they actually renege in their duty. It's very clear. The law, if you want to take person to court, go to the law. And the law, you National Minerals Act, then one. Then you therefore refer to the EPA, the Environmental Protection Act. So you can conjoin the two, the mining agency and the EPA. Those are the two people.
Karamo?
Yes, sir.
You hear what he say?
I hear what you say, but I just know now, if I am not mistaken, by our constitution, LEONE, to take the government of the court. Huh? That one we have legal people that look into around.
Hey God. All right.
It's not easy. It's not an easy. You know, the government of the and their agencies, they are not agencies. They are
Right.
The ministry. So now, a situation like this, at the mining company, if the mining company, they were still here and they expose our people to this kind of disaster, then we say easily we can. But then we will take the money for negligence, which is possible, because then they have the responsibility to be part of that mine closure. You know, so make Wallman go defend himself. You know, but we will look into it. We will get out. We have enough. We are not short of lawyers from Kono. In fact, in the Supreme Court, we have two justices that are people. Two of them, the Chief Justice and another justice, they are there. Now, Kono people there.
Right.
In fact, in the Supreme Court, we have several Kono children. In fact, among judges there, we have several also. And among lawyers there, we are not short of lawyers. So we will start a movement, how we can work all of these things. Let us be for a class action suit from the Kono people. We can address in a holistic, not independent, holistic address how mining is supposed in our district. All of these just hope people do not suffer for what would be the remedial for the people
Right.
left behind. This is really sad. This is right now, I am not telling the truth. I'm very much. This is it's not all 2 days here. I really don't. I'm down. I'm thinking, what do we do now? This is really sad. It's
All right.
sad.
Thank you very much, Karamo Kaba. And Victor, in 1 minute.
Semba Pierre, before you go, let me make one thing clear to Karamo Kaba again as well. A company has a memorandum of association and articles of association, you get directors. Even if that company, they don't close, the directors them, you can still enjoin them in the lawsuit for negligence during the term where they run that company there. You don't mean to say when the company don't close, then liability done. Now that I get for mention. Let them look into this. And the issue is, then they go now as a test case for go see whether the people involved actually do what they're supposed to do according to the laws of Sierra Leone. Because the Supreme Court is there to interpret the law. Let the Supreme Court go tell and say, them people are not do no wrong. Then that's until they test the system, nothing will happen. That's
Thank you very much, Victor. Karamola, give 30 seconds.
If I can come in more, knowing that very well, that is that the mining company, I understand, have done 23. They tested their meeting about mining. And out that meeting, all people who at mining closure may not. These people go to company to all of it. But thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much, Karamo Kaba. Thank you very much. Victor Akumengot for taking my time for joining inside the program this morning. I appreciate you now and one for say Osh again, Karamo Kaba, to you and the people of Kono and to Sierra Leoneans. Then we all let we take heart and let we know what we for do for make sure say we stand up. If we not stand up for we own right, what we believe on, then we're not able to get out of them things there. Thank you very much and God bless you now all. Thanks to you who watch the program. You will like and share the program. Thank you very much. Thanks to the producer who put this program together. We appreciate you so much and thanks to now all. Please, we'll get to now. I'm gonna get to say for a wonderful day and we'll see you again later on. Goodbye.
Really interesting. Okay, sir. We'll keep it talking.
All right, thank you, sir.
Kono koni sekeni toko Bone soni ke yekedoni yepo Apebeteni yakobe soni Wiyanisa nitono yeni soni ni People of Kono, we greet you with sorrow. The ground is taking your children, and hearts are heavy. We lift our voices in mourning. We sends our condolence. We share your pain.
Kono cries again, oh Lord, rich in gold but safety poor. Hungry hearts once starved with faith, now we the people of Kono, we kneel and pray.
Kono cries again, oh Lord, the earth is taking its children home. At Koidu Holdings, hope has died. 1,000 workers were cast aside. They dug for diamonds night and day, but hunger came when jobs were taken away. Their wives now march, their children plead, their voices rise for daily need. They built this land with sweat and pain, yet find themselves in loss again.
Two young men climbed the fence one night, searching for food in the pale moonlight. They only wanted a chance to survive, but the bullets spoke and they lost their lives. Kono cries again, oh Lord.
Diamonds shine, but hearts are sore.
Rich in stone but poor in grace.
Tears keep falling on Kono's face.
Riyadh sends our condolence today
To the people of Kono, we kneel and pray. God of justice, hear our call. Lift this land from its painful fall. When the dust is gone and dawn appears, may hope be stronger than our fears.
Kono cries again. Kono cries again. But tomorrow we believe a new day will come.